somebody.
Oh, that was very smooth, Alex. I like that.
Well played. Points for the host.
Yeah, not bad at all. Well, we are ready. It's TyLoo versus SK here. It's the third game of SLTV Star Series Day 1. So if you're just joining us, you've got so much Counter-Strike, not just today, but for a long time to come. It's going to be really interesting. We're only in the group stage. We're playing the Swiss format, so nothing is being decided today. But it is obviously interesting. It's always good to win that first game. You get just a bit more breathing space to work with, and especially if you're one of these underdog teams. TyLoo, could they do it again? Could they win against SK? Could it be a big thing?
No.
No.
I'm sorry, Anders.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I know they're like avoiding the predictions or whatever, but I mean, I think that this is going to be another similar situation to the one that we saw between MVP and VP, right? I know Virtus Pro versus MVP Project. There's too much of a difference, especially in TyLoo's case, and I think Thorin did a very good job outlining the difficulties that they face here at this tournament and why I think that they're just going to be coming into it expecting to just have as much fun as possible, right? We get to travel, we're going to be on land, we get to hang out with people, we get to learn some about ourselves individually, but as a team, you know, what are you going to be able to take away with this when you don't even have your full 5-man roster, let alone a lot of time playing together with this new roster?
Yeah, so the odds fairly heavily stacked against the Chinese team.
I want to see some sick frags from Taco, from Cold. Fur going aggressive everywhere on the map. Phelps, too.
Yeah, it is their MO, isn't it? And at the same time, you know, we get to play on Mirage, so we know they're going to be very strong, very good on it. It's interesting. I mean, it's been a while, I feel like, since we've seen a lot of Mirage being played. For a while, it was, it's just been everything else, it seems like. Suddenly, it was Nuke that everyone was ended up on.
It's true, yeah. But interesting. Okay, so we'll see TyLoo on that T side to start, and there we go. Good explosive play on the B apartments towards B site, but Cold is still alive, looking for headshots. No, the drive-by from somebody. Get wrecked.
He didn't even stop to take that shot. That was impressive. Now, 3 versus 5, and the bomb is down. Phelps moving in with the USP. He hasn't got a target yet. And Fur trying to be very sneaky up in the apartments, but it's not going to work out. And Fallen will go down. Somebody picking up a triple in that round. And that looked a bit easier than maybe it should have been. I'd love to see a replay, especially that kill on Cold.
Yeah, that's frustrating for Cold, man. He just got run over. But, again, so much experience on SK. They shouldn't be phased. I feel like it's a similar situation. We saw it in the second map of the day, VP and MVP. MVP won the CT pistol. They went on to collect 3 rounds. You're starting to get excited. You start to feel like, oh, okay, maybe we're cooking with something. And then Virtus Pro showed just how deep their game is. There was no coming back. I feel like SK, they kind of have that same quality. SK going for the Force, though. So we'll see if they can maybe get something out of this in the second round. Can TyLoo handle the anti-eco?
Quite sure SK aren't worried at all in that sense. Let's see if they... Oh, that's a headshot on somebody. Fallen. That was so quick. Absolutely mind-blowing. Don't even know.
What the hell was that?
Soaking. Look at it, see if he could maybe get some damage in, and does take Phelps down to 21 health with that grenade. My God.
Yeah, that was wicked. Like, what? That's some OG Fallen right there. Is Fallen back? He's been struggling for so long on an individual level. Has he finally figured it out? Is this the tournament where we see the return?
That'd be very interesting. Phelps going to take down HC as well. And DD finally with the refract taking down Cold Zero. So 3 on 4 here. Still about a minute left on the clock. They do have the bomb up in the window. Can they sneak their way in? Phelps gets one. Taco with the next one. In the worst case scenario here, it's actually Phelps and not Fallen to get that kill. But still, I think Fallen, he did everything he needed to wake his team up then. That was so quick.
What a start. That was so fast. And now, yeah, well, it's not going to happen the way it did for MVP, unfortunately, for TyLoo. It's a quick return to reality. SK not really toying with their food. You know, that's good. That's nice of them.
Look at this. It is. Pretty good stuff. 1-1 is the scoreline as SK steal away the second round out of the hands of the Chinese, just as they were at least beginning to enjoy that good start. Now, it's Tech9's and Armor on the other side. I don't mind that. I think that's a good idea. That grenade, though, oh, the damage. The carpet bombing right up into the apartments, and Taco jumps. He sees them coming in. You hear them as well. Good flashbangs coming in, but the UMP on the other side, and they're just going to be able to clean it up. All UMP kills so far, and DD, not much of a chance here at all.
Is this real life?
It's taken a while, but slowly, surely, going to be able to get that kill.
That's so much money as well. 5 kills for UMPs, basically, that round. Solid defense. Taco kind of wishing he had an op. It's like, look at me, Cold. It's like, you know, look at me, Dad. I'm riding the bike. Are you proud of me? Taco, I'll give you, you know, 2 out of 5 Callies.
Yeah. I mean, it's just less impressive when it's an automatic weapon, right? You need to do it with something kind of one-shot thing. Old Zira in the middle, doing a bit, but he's eventually going to get taken out, leaving his teammates to try and hold up. But now they're losing a bit more than they should in the middle here. This is a bit ridiculous. They're just playing against Glocks, but still lost both Phelps and Cold.
Yeah, they're playing so aggressive, though. Fallen knows that somebody's close on the left. He shouldn't get caught off guard by that. And in the meantime, Taco pushing on short. Both kills. No, Fur will pick up 1 as well. Actually, a team ace for SK Gaming. Everybody getting a kill. But before we switch screens there, you saw just how much money is on SK's side. They're all floating around 8K. So we'll get a nice full buy out of them. Fur going to hold on to that UMP. No reason to trade up. And yeah, it's looking very solid for SK Gaming. You know, they've reestablished control here at the beginning, and they've put the pressure on TyLoo, who don't even have the money for an AWP. So let's see. AKs, what do we got out of a default play here for TyLoo?
Yeah, this is where they need to show that they've done just some basic homework on this map, at least. It'd be nice to see them do some sort of execute. I think it's a bit silly that SK lost 3 men to Glocks, more or less. I mean, they stole an AK at the end, but still, that's just too much to give up in a round, even if they have the money. Just no reason to be this silly, really.
Just don't give them a way in. That's all SK are thinking at this point. You're just playing to win. You're not going to give them a way back. That's the whole point. As we get the setup here, T side, some nades into mid, just as a distraction. Then they wrap back around towards A site, where they have the player in Palace, they have a player in Pit. TyLoo are set up for an execute here. Everybody should know the smokes. They have all 5 smokes. So we should have a very clean smoke execute coming onto the A side here in a moment.
This could be really good. Fur and Fallen should not have any good angles to actually shoot anyone from. It's all on Phelps right now to at least get 1 kill and preferably more than that. The big question is Fallen going to try and challenge it? He was already playing fairly aggressively earlier, so he might just try and push through these smokes, but if he does, it could also be pretty dangerous. Fallen, there's the grenade coming out. He's moving in behind the box. He knows he has to help out Phelps, who's actually been pushing into apartments, and he gets the kill on Captain Mo. That's such a strong start.
What is this? Phelps going way aggressive. A team kill coming in from DD, though. That's going to help things out, but it's still a 2-on-2. Shots going on to Cold, though. DD there to create the space, and now we're into a 1-on-2. Taco, he's done this before. But the timing's just not... He just barely hears the footsteps, but he's a second too late. Seems to know that somebody's in shadow, though, so we should have a pre-fire as he comes around the corner. There it is. Takes down DD, and now it's on somebody. No smokes, although there's one rolling right in front of him. Taco can pick that up.
Slowly inching towards him, almost like an action movie event. Somebody's going to be walking in. He doesn't even wait for it. Gets the kill on Taco, and it's not going to be a clutch. I think, actually, that first kill in shadow, I think Taco was thinking there's no way anyone would have been mad enough to just make that run.
Yeah.
You have to assume that when someone plants default, they stay there. But so I think that's what confused Taco for a moment. But this actually is a really good start for SK. As soon as they get that kill, it looks like they've got a great position. And still, they managed to give it a... That's interesting.
I actually thought that Phelps was going to get punished there, to be frank, but he found the perfect angle to go ahead and take some pot shots at TyLoo as they made their way out from Pit. Unfortunately, SK, the rest of the team, got to wake up a little bit. 2 rounds on the board now for TyLoo. Somebody with the flash. He gets greeted by an HE. Down to 68 HP, and he hasn't even seen anybody yet. That's frustrating.
AWP on Captain Mo. We've certainly seen him in the past hit some pretty good shots with it, but it could be interesting. That defense last round, you saw that Fallen made the choice immediately when the smoke was up. He just wanted to get in there and help Phelps out. That, I mean, considering where Phelps was, that may have been necessary as well. The question is if TyLoo, if they saw that as well, if they realized that was the choice that he made, because you can use that later on if you do the same execute, you know what to expect. You know that Fallen's going to be that aggressive.
The main thing here is they haven't quite figured it out, SK. They're lacking a little bit on the info. Taco gets Molotov'd off of the balcony towards B. But this is going to be an A hit again from TyLoo. A little bit different, it seems. They do have the smoke set up if they want it, but they're instead just going to be charging straight out of Pit. Delayed smokes going down now, only now, but they're already out on Tetris. TyLoo has some space to work with, and there's the opening kill. DD drops Fur.
Very well played now. They've got the controller connector as well. HC waiting to see if Fallen was going to come through on the other side. He's playing it very carefully. Finally going to try and make the jump up, but doesn't actually hit the shot. And now TyLoo are in a great position Where's the retake coming from? Someone from SK Gaming is going to have to get that opening frag, and they'll be soaking going down. TyLoo he'll be able to get the kill. Phelps to follow up on HC, and there it is. One at a time, just up to somebody and Captain Mo to hold on to that bomb. It's quite far ticked already, and somebody almost overextending, being very aggressive, dumping up on the scaffolding, taking the fight to Cold Zero, but he can't win it. And now one last chance here. Fallen going to get the kill, but do they have the time? Cold Zero running in with the kit in hand. It is going to be very, very close. Down. No,
oh!
They can't get it. So close. Half a second more, and it would have been there.
They would have had it, but what great play. The frustration there. You can see that's definitely just one of those sour pills you're going to have to take every now and again, because you get that clutch defuse, but it can go the same. It can go the other way. It can go the other way. And now we saw it here for TyLoo. Robbing SK, tying it up 3-3. And now SK are going to be kicking themselves a little bit for horsing around with their economy earlier on. And we're like, maybe we shouldn't have thrown 3 guys away versus Glocks, because they have to go for an eco round here. They just don't have the money in the bank.
AWP on Fallen, he did manage to save that. He's already taken quite a bit of damage. There is some backup there, and they just continue the crab walking AK spray, which sometimes is a good way to get out of a dangerous position. They should not be falling victim to Fallen's AWP here, but they are being very aggressive. Actually, they're going to punish him. That's a really good pick from Captain Mo and Cold Zero. Not really long for this world either. Left to TyLoo, and he can't do anything either. Now it gets very interesting. 4-3 in favor of TyLoo.
Kind of surprised to see Fallen in such an aggressive position and not holding CT, right? Where you can potentially back off and try and save the AWP that you just went for, the hero op. Because there in connector, you're done. He gets rushed down, no way to back off, and he shouldn't have the money to buy a new one here in this round. And so that's where it gets fun, exactly. It's going to be just an awkward buy. Swag 7 for Fallen, WMP, double M4, light on the nades for SK Gaming. But they really need to get their heads in the game here. TyLoo, they're starting to actually do some damage.
They are. Captain has been trying for this battle for a while, and all he's getting is grenades. But he didn't take any damage from it this time around.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. That would have been so sick. Instead, Cold just guns down somebody with that UMP. Gets the follow-up. No! Not able to control the spray. HZ will find the kill there. So 4-on-4. TyLoo managed to regain some control, and Zoking in the meantime is taking down Fur. It's all on Taco now to find the kill, and HZ not having any of it.
Oh, did he spot him? He certainly did. Captain Mo gonna be out for the hunt here. Fallen looking for it. The bomb, still an HC in that ladder room, but TyLoo have the time to play this slow, so I don't mind that they're doing this at all.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because they have that info. They have that intel. There we go. Catch Fallen out. They still don't know where the last man is. That's Phelps. But still, now that they have the A site open, they've cleared out B as well. They eventually do hunt down Phelps. I'm a bit surprised once DD does like the full clear on B, that they don't just rotate the bomb over there and start planning it. But guess they wanted to make sure that there was no possibility of saving guns for SK.
There's a small mechanical detail that I can't really figure out if it was fully planned that way, but you see when HC's coming down the ladder in the ladder room there, he jumps off the ladder, he just presses jump, and that actually shoots him out. He gains just a bit of speed from doing that, and you could see that it caught off the player coming in from catwalk. He wasn't ready for him to come out that quick. So that's it is something that people can use intentionally. Whether it was that time or not, it's kind of hard to tell. But regardless, it's a good start here for DD and Taco. Already they're inside the bomb site. He's shooting somebody in the back, but there should have been some backup there really quickly. I'm not sure why the rest of TyLoo weren't ready for that.
Yeah, they were definitely a little bit late to the party. And now they've opened themselves up to a flank, potentially. There's a man in underpass, I believe. That should be Fur hanging around. And yet they're somehow going to completely dodge him. Not underpass. It looks like short instead. Thought we had some of that vintage aggression there from Fur, but he's been playing it pretty cool.
Yeah, he actually has been a lot less active than we normally do see him. But again, it's another round where SK just don't really have the equipment to do much damage, although they are doing a fairly good job. They're still going to lose Cold Zero and Phelps, and Fur and Taco are now left. Again, the Chinese teams certainly are taking their time here. They're not rushing into anything. Once they have the advantage, they really slow it down. And that's a good sign.
There's one, and Fur not able to find the one dig either. DD will find 3 eco frags this round. And TyLoo right now just marching on, getting quite a few rounds on the T side. This is, for the underdogs at least, This is the most rounds we've seen so far today, Anders. In our third map, we had 3 rounds for Immortals versus North, 4 rounds for MVP, and TyLoo, they got a chance to double all that.
Yeah, this is very interesting. It feels like one of those cases where maybe SK weren't expecting this much opposition, and TyLoo are playing just without any fear at all. Like we've been saying, they don't have that much to lose here considering the lineup situation. Cold Zero will take down one, and there is another op on Fallen Cold with the second kill. Almost a third one through the smoke. That was very close, and well, Taco hitting that headshot. This B aggression, almost no chance of working.
Nice work from Taco, making sure that Cold didn't have to worry about his back. It was the front instead, though. So DD is able to finally get that trade. The damage is done, however. It's 2 versus 4. TyLoo, both of them at half HP. And no smokes, no real grenades to work with apart from a single incendiary on DD. So where's he actually going to be able to use that? That's the question.
Taking past the minute mark. DD sneaking his way in. If he can open up on this bomb side, especially if he can get the kill on Fallen, there is actually still a chance they can win this round. They do have the health for it, but I think, yeah, the gun barrel showing there for DD, and that makes a big difference. All on HC, and he's going to get taken down by Fur. So a good adjustment for SK Gaming, and especially Cold Zero with those 2 early kills there, making a big difference.
And if I'm not mistaken, Fur was able to save that AWP as well. So we should go back into the double op setup here for SK Gaming, one of their old calling cards, one of their favorite strats. And I mean, you can see it there. Cold, perfectly capable of hitting shots like that all day long.
Look at it. I think that's Soaking closest to the camera. You look at his mouse movement, like how aggressive he is. It's truly impressive.
It's like, don't take it out on your mouse, Soaking. Take it out on SK. You know, the mouse, it's for nothing.
It almost feels like sort of you know, sort of flick muscle memory that he's just sort of, you know, trying to grind a bit when the warm up is happening. It looks really interesting. Fur close to top mid, no one there to flash him in. Instead, he's going to get pushed back just a bit, but still picks up the kill on Soaking, and now he's going to be falling all the way back. It's 3 versus 5, and SK really strong start to this round.
And in the meantime, Phelps found a kill as well. So this is where SK perhaps start to actually ramp up. They had 4 players survive in the last round. They saved both ops. And now they're once again in a position to just lock TyLoo out of the bomb sites. All they have to do is sit 3A, 2B, watch each other's backs, don't allow each other to get snuck up on, and you're sitting pretty.
They've got the grenades, but only 1 smoke that they just managed to use. So in a couple of seconds, they're not going to have very much of a way to even get onto a bomb site. Taking mid through, or going A through connector here without a smoke for catwalk is essentially asking to get shot in the back, which very well could happen. Fur going to try and push through an HC, picks up the kill, Fallen nearly goes down. That is a bit dangerous here. Now it's on Cold Zero. There should be an easy shot to hit, and indeed he will. 24 seconds left, and somebody going down. Not looking good for TyLoo.
But there are the operas coming into play. Got a little messy there for SK Gaming, to be frank. They could have waited on the other side of the smokes and not really pushed for info, just held their ground and waited for them to make the play, but instead it is it's still around on the board. And so Fur,
yeah, he's been really cold. I think they were just showing us 3 kills overall. So maybe they just need a bit more out of him. And it's like we were saying, he's been not quite as aggressive as we normally do see.
But this has been talked about in interviews where they're still trying to find a balance between Phelps and Fur, that both of them play a similar style. Phelps wants to go ultra-aggressive as well. And so it turns into a case of, you know, them asking each other's permission. You know, like, hey, are you going aggro this round, or is it me? You know, that can throw a wrench in things. Until they've worked together long enough for it to become natural to just know in any given situation who's going to be looking for the fight, that can cause just a little bit of an uncomfortable situation for either of these players.
Flash bang in for Cold Zero, trying to get into position. He does spot one, and easy enough kill. The bomb leading into the bomb site, always dangerous. Now they can't change their mind, and Cold going to pick up one more kill. He can't get a headshot on somebody, but in the Molotov standing, somebody taking a lot of damage, and Captain Mo very nearly down and out, so it's a 3-on-3, yes, but they don't have the health for it here, TyLoo, and the bomb is not even planted. Great spray coming through. DD hitting the shot on Fur, taking him down. Now Fallen giving up his position. He's going to miss another shot. Pistols out instead, and DD turns it into a quad kill. TyLoo now with 7 rounds. They turn that 3-on-3 into a victory, and they had almost no health left.
Yeah, what is going on here? Especially after Cold giving you such a strong start.
Yeah.
He gives you 2 kills, clean as you like, and yet his teammates are never able to actually follow up on that and help him out on that site. Getting stuck and sprayed down in kitchen.
Unacceptable, Semmler.
Unacceptable. You got, just get out there and take the fight. Stop playing scared, boys. And so here we go. I mean, some aggression. Underpass. In the meantime, they know they're on a clock here. They know they're on a timer, SK Gaming, because they've got mid control, but instead it's going to be them running right into the UMP. Doesn't matter. Captain Mo hits the headshot, but Phelps will catch somebody out.
Yeah, no chance. And actually, it's interesting. TyLoo, in the past, when they've run into the first engagement, they've slowed it down. This time, they didn't care. They actually changed their pace, and it caught SK really well off guard. They only had Cold Zero on the stairwell there at A, and as soon as they trucked him, it was done. So, I'm really loving this. And this is turning into quite a powerful first half here for TyLoo. SK, I'm almost at the point where I'm thinking, take a timeout.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the remaining rounds here in the first half. It's SK we're talking about, so, I mean, they can easily come back into this game right here, but you got to make sure that you don't push it too close to the limit.
To the limit, the limit.
I was going to say.
I mean, well, Phelps, he's dancing. He certainly is. And he's managed to dance his way into underpass. He's going to save that op. And at this point, it's like, who do you give it to? Do you give it to Fallen? Do you give it to Cold? Cold's been hitting shots with it, but Fallen had that impressive scout kill. Doesn't really feel like we've seen much of Fallen since. But it looks like he will be the one picking up that AWP. Let's see the replay here from Cold. So already, okay, we have the 2 kills here from Cold. And so, granted, the second one was a little bit slower. Taco's still alive there in front of Kitchen, and then the rotation gets into Kitchen as the push is actually happening. So where's the disconnect? Where does Taco get caught off guard? Didn't look like it.
I don't think they were expecting DD to be that aggressive. You know, they were probably moving into position in Kitchen, and Fallen was coming catwalk. They think that's fine, we'll sandwich them, and then they got killed all the way inside Kitchen. Just weren't ready for it. So really weird. 14th round is coming up though, and look at the aggression again coming out, soaking, taking down Taco. That's such a strong start, but the refrag is there, and a good job on Phelps as well. DD sneaking in. There's no grenades to signal that he's even here. You can see Cold Zero's got no chance of knowing. He's going to be going down. Fur is there for the refrag, but now the B-bomb side is empty. And TyLoo realized. Fallen. Oh, he's quick enough to get that shot on HC. That's very important.
Yeah, now there's the follow-up here. The attempt, at least. They don't actually, he actually manages to get out, but Fallen missing a shot. What is that?
Yeah, but sadly for TyLoo, they actually had to go back and get the bomb. Somebody's still going to win the fight against Phelps. A lot of this could come down to Fur, and all he has right now is the UMP. They're going to go for the bomb plant, and it's planted in a pretty good position for the after plant situation. Fur going to get the 1 kill, but then he goes down. Now it's all on Fallen. 1-on-1, Captain Mo, and if he misses a shot here, Fallen, he doesn't have the health for any kind of extended fight, so he's going to have to do it straight away. He knows that he's in that corner, but time is ticking, and now he's going to be out the window. Captain Mo holding his ground, and Fallen still hits the shot. No chance for a miss there, or he would have been out. That is very important, and a much-needed round here for the Brazilian side.
And luckily for Fallen, the kit died on the site, so he was able to pick that up in time, because I don't think that he would have had the defuse otherwise. That bomb had ticked down quite a ways before he actually managed to get that retake going. Let's see. Here's the first shot from Fallen. Easy as you please.
Yeah, and actually, that's the shot that drops the bomb, because that's the other thing. If that hadn't happened, TyLoo would have planted that bomb much earlier. They had to go back into apartments and get it, and then, you know, down on the side and everything. So 8-6 and moving into the 15th round. Who would have thought this would be, you know, so far the closest game we've had today? I certainly wasn't expecting it. Phelps moving very close to the smoke. There are 3 men waiting on the other side, and Fur walking into DD. This could either be great or horrendous for SK. Fur, is he checking the corner? He's going to do it, and DD will be going down. Phelps, though, going to get run over. Fallen there with a refrag, though. That's not bad. Taking down Captain Mo and still trying to find it. He sees one in sandwich. He knows it there, and there's a flick coming in. Taking down Soaking. The no-scope leg shot onto HC, but not enough to actually get the kill on him. He's still alive. Very, very aggressive here from the captain, and now it's down to HC and somebody.
Taco going for the spot. Gets the info from CT. This is a bit of a tricky spot for Taco, though, and he is going to be forced to back off. Cold Zera steps in to the angle and takes the fight with somebody. Finds a headshot, and HC now caught in the crossfire. Nowhere to go. So SK, they managed to somewhat recover at the end, but it wasn't pretty, Anders. Not for them. Not what you'd expect. You know, when it comes down to North and Immortals, you felt like that was going to be the even match, the evenly matched, situation. But North just steamrolled Immortals. Virtus Pro versus MVP. Okay, fair enough. VP, they played up to the level we expected. Here, SK, definitely struggling.
Things are going to get interesting now. I would say there's still a very good chance that SK are going to come right back here and really play a much stronger second half. But I guess we'll find out. It's going to be after a quick break, I believe. So stay with us, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. TyLoo and SK playing third game of the day here at SLTV Star Series. Still at the group stage, obviously, so very early on. Lots of Counter-Strike still to come, but so far it's the most interesting game of the day. We've got TyLoo taking 8 rounds on T side on Mirage against SK Gaming. That certainly is quite a story so far. Now, my prediction will be that SK are going to be much stronger on the T side, and I think it'll be much harder for TyLoo to have a proper defense against what's coming. I still think SK will win this game, but I think it's encouraging. It's interesting.
I mean, they've doubled what MVP were able to achieve in an entire map versus Virtus Pro in the second one of the day. So, I mean, already, TyLoo, here we go. Are you going to be able to withstand on the CT side? And that's, I think you're right, where SK Gaming should have the advantage. They should show no respect. They should just charge into them, take the fight to TyLoo. It's tough to have the confidence after how the first half panned out if you're SK, but still, you should know you're the team here that is supposed to win. So get in their face and take it from them.
Like the aggressive mid push coming out of TyLoo. That's already put SK a bit on notice there, falling quite far back and waiting all over the map. So SK with a very slow approach to this round. They do have 2 smokes, which is already a pretty big indication that it always was going to be a slow round. And once it happens, they've got Phelps for the running gun with the armor and Tech-9. So, yeah, I think this is going to be... very likely could be a B push, just because of the advantage that you get from smoking off the window and everything.
Hear that? He drops his pistol to try and make it sound like the bomb is getting dropped. Mind games from Taco. You know, just a lot of small details like that, but they are set up on the B site here. Man on balcony should be able to spot any movement up in B halls very quickly.
Yeah, but is he going to be smoked off? He could very well be the first person to catch a smoke. Cold Zero priming the first one, Fallen ready with the flashbangs as well. Down to 30 seconds. And right now, TyLoo, well, only now are they realizing somebody going to go in with the USP. He gets a headshot, gets a second one as well. Can't get the third, but Captain Mo there to pick it up, taking down Phelps. Great defense being put up here. And now it's all on Fallen and Cold Zero. 2 versus 4. HC going to pick up one, and now Cold, 3 health left, 15 seconds. There is no way out of this corner. It's going to get taken down by Captain Mo. Man, that was a good start from somebody.
Dude, both pistol rounds picked up for TyLoo. What is going on, Anders? This is, I mean, somebody, obviously, this is huge. Fur jumping. Like, look at this. Already, both players that are following up your point man are jumping. So they can't even cover him. What is Fur doing jumping there? That's the big opportunity there for somebody to start racking up headshots. If the guy first in line is not even looking at him, it's supposed to be the second or the third guy behind him. But they aren't even capable of returning fire. Weird.
That's a bit of an issue here. And SK Gaming with no bomb plant are gonna go instead for the pistols and armor. And the auto shotgun on somebody. I'm loving it.
Let's go. Let's get some kills. There's one. This is too much. 45 HP. Smoke goes down. Now they're not gonna be able to get into the apartments for a while, SK. And in the meantime, Zoking picks off Taco, and that's the bomb down as well. Everything falling apart for SK in this follow-up round.
That was a smooth headshot coming out of Fallen. You have to appreciate at least that much. But you're right. It is not looking good. Fur somehow still picks up the kill in spite of the fact that he had almost no health left. And somebody will swap out the auto shotgun, which I'm not a big fan of. I think if you're TyLoo right now, you should want to kill them with the auto shotgun just because of the mental impact, you know?
The disrespect.
Yeah, the disrespect. You know, you're SK Gaming, you're supposed to be cruising through this game, and suddenly the enemy team using auto shotguns against you is not a good feel, is it?
And it's all, I mean, it's sick money as well. $900, that's what you want to be doing to generate that money. If you're not going to get an SMG, get an auto shotty. Usually it's a swag 7 that we're seeing, but still, somebody, he's changed it up. Not going to be going with the shotgun anymore. Run boost into mid, perhaps? Yep. Not going to save Phelps. But they eventually find the kill on Captain Mo.
Yeah, who probably did not need to repeat that at all, but he was filling up for it. I don't think the run boost made any difference, but I like the idea. I like the style points anyway. I think it's something more people should engage in because it's so entertaining.
And then you got Didi, the man on a mission right now. One of the 2 guys with the kit. If he gets picked off top mid, that's 1 kit down. A rifle dropped as well. And this is scary because Cold is about to get the drop on him. Does he look towards B apartments, or does he get caught running into T spawn?
He does. Oh, headshot on Didi. He goes down, and now things are really tricky. HC and somebody, they're gonna have to go big, whichever way this push happens, and it looks like it's gonna be the A bomb site. This can be done just because of the armor and the range here for the M4. He can still win this round.
Exactly.
They don't have any grenades to push him away, so this could just be a lot of battles for HC that he just all wins. But now he's way out in the open. If he gets caught up here on the ticket booth, it's done.
Ah, the timing for the incendiary will neatly cut Fur off from his teammate. Fur not able to back up Fallen. Fallen putting some pressure out. And the bomb gets dropped down to Fur, but there's the headshot, or at least the tag coming through to pick up that first kill for HC. Fallen has got the bomb, though. He's going to be able to stick that, and that's the whole round here for SK Gaming to get that bomb down.
Know that there's a guy up in apartments. That's good information, but now they have to find a way to push them out. Fallen close range, easily taking down somebody, and now all on HC, 1 versus 2, and the bomb is planted in a great position. After plant here is looking really good for SK Gaming. HC trying to sneak in and force someone out. He sees Taco. He knows that Cold is probably going to be there. He actually goes for the fight, gets the headshot as well. There's just a little bit of time. He's got the kid. He's going to shoot, take it once. Taco trying to peek it. He's down to 7 health. And HC, I think he's almost out of time now. And Taco just waiting for it. That's a very smart play. There's no chance any longer. And SK just stealing this round. Absolute robbery.
I don't even know what to say, man. Like, also, I mean, there's always going to be that, right? In the clutch, somebody's got to make a mistake for obviously that big play to happen. But TyLoo are just going to be beside themselves. They threw that round away. The aggression all over the place, it's just, it ends up costing them versus the likes of SK Gaming, who are going to pounce if you give them anything, any room.
Yeah, and it goes back to that initial beginning that we talked about. You know, Captain Mo gets the kill in the middle, and then he keeps fighting. And at that point, when he goes down, you just think, oh, that's a bit unfortunate. But actually, you know, it accumulates throughout the round, and suddenly it's done.
And then you got DD pushing top mid as well. It's just interesting decisions coming out from TyLoo, deciding to really try and take the fight to SK Gaming, which is commendable, but it ends up really hurting them in the end because that was a hard eco win for SK Gaming. Their economy rejuvenated. TyLoo, however, are the ones who are now scraping the bottom of the barrel. Somebody's got that UMP. Captain Mo with the FAMAS, very light on the nades, and, well, Captain Mo isn't even around to speak of it anymore. He's dead.
An important kill for Taco. Putting the pressure on TyLoo once again. Are they going to risk it? Are they going to try and make the loss back here early on? Somebody is playing right at the edge, so with good timing, maybe he could find his way in, but Phelps is taking over the ladder room and see if he can make a kill happen.
Oh, there's Phelps. He does manage to find Zoking. And Fur right on the edge of the smoke catches HZ, and this is getting one after another, just getting picked off. SK Gaming set up for a perfect round here going on to the A site now for the bomb plant. That should put them one round closer to tying things up. It'll be 10-9, and I think TyLoo are taking a tactical pause here. So there's one timeout at least being put to use here from TyLoo. Phelps will be able to shut down DD. No gun saved here for TyLoo, and the tactical timeout coming up to see what exactly they can come up with here to put a halt to this, because as you guys can see, $1,900 across the board apart from DD, who got that parting shot in the end.
So these two rounds were almost from one extreme to the other. We had the first round where they go so aggressive that they end up losing, you know, rifles and just players. The next round, they're so drawn back that it gives so much map control to SK that Phelps is allowed all the way in the ladder room, loses them control of the window room, and it just gets, you know, worse and worse. So sort of somewhere in between, the happy medium, where you're just aggressive enough to get some information and force them to use grenades, and deny them a bit of map control, but not so much that you just are all over the map.
Can you get a palace set up to go and find Taco? That's one of those hot spots for Taco.
Yeah.
A lot like Monster, or outside of Monster on Overpass on T side, right? You know, he's got certain positions where like 70% of the time he's up there, right? He's in that spot. So can you set it up to try and bait him out, try and get a kill on him to start things off as your early aggression, instead of getting picked in mid or on short?
70% of the time, it works every time.
There you go, mate. It would be a good risk to take to try and set it up to catch him. But, I mean, we'll see.
Oh.
Opening shot from Fur with the MAC-10. Make that money, honey.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Bit of damage return, though. HC, I'm not even sure how he got that kill with the USP, but he managed to do just that. Swapped out in the meantime for a P250, I believe. And in the meantime, Phelps has decided, look, let's not fight at the A-bomb side any longer, because I do have the B-bomb side under control. So it's a good individual play from Phelps there. There was a big stack going on, so if they'd kept pushing that angle, who knows? Yeah, solid round here from SK Gaming. That's going to tie up the scoreline at 10-10. Now it's just a question of getting the remaining kills, and Phelps is certainly on top of that.
Oh. Whoa.
Okay.
There's the shots. Cold eventually finds one. And HC, at this point, it's like, don't even hunt HC. Just let him save the MAC-10. You really don't need the money, SK. You don't need to be risking your AKs. So just back off, save, go to safe spots on the map that you know are clear. Don't even bother running into this guy. Just find peace. Breathe. Listen to the sand blowing around this village. The wind blowing through the palm fronds.
Yeah, where are we fighting on Mirage? I'm never really sure. What is the...
That's the thing with Mirage. You never really know.
I'm not going to follow you down this road, Semmler. I can tell where this is going.
All right. I mean, that's the thing. Can SK tell where TyLoo are going in this round, Anders? That's the big question. So they've had a timeout. They've had a round of eco. What are we going to do next here, TyLoo, to try and throw a wrench in things for SK Gaming?
Well, I think we're starting to see the trouble of not having your full lineup when you're playing on the CT side, because it is just so hard to lock down these. Even though these seem like basic things, it still requires pretty good coordination. So they're losing the early map control a lot of the rounds, and with Phelps being as aggressive as he is right now on the T side, it's like he can almost feel as soon as there's an opening, and he just breaks it all the way open.
Well, once they get this mid control, they can allow themselves to get in positions like the one Phelps is in, where he's boosted up. He knows that window got resmoked, so he doesn't have to worry about his back there. He knows that Fur is in connector, and so he could have stayed up there if he wanted to. Instead, he's going to just decide to clear out ladder room, and he gets punished for it.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Cold Sierra. Completely reading Soaking there. be able to take him down.
And with Taco in Apartments and Palace, where's this going to go, Anders?
I think there's going to end up with Captain Mo getting fried. Because Taco has a Molotov, so the second that if he realizes that Captain Mo is here, it's done. Cold Zera's gone down in the meantime. Now he's spotted out Taco, and actually going to be a headshot instead. That might have been the less painful way to go, actually. Because the thing is, if that fight goes on for even 5 more seconds, then it's Molotov time instead.
But look at this. They have the time to allow for Fur to work into CT. HG's never going to see this coming. Are you kidding me? HG was aware.
Did actually spot for it now. Somebody very nearly catching Fallen, who had the bomb in hand for doing a bit of damage, and somebody realizing this is no longer winnable. He's going to back up instead. That means SK are going to take the round lead at 11-10 and moving fairly swiftly back into this game. That's 4 rounds in a row for them.
Yeah, now this is where you start to see the experience come to the fore. It's the same kind of story for Virtus Pro as well, right? You know, like that T side where they can slowly start partitioning up the map, taking map control, then they know where they want to go from there based off of what they find, or when Cold, you know, gets 2 headshots. That works too. But, right, rely on the superiority in aim and your ability to work as a unit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes really deep, the issues of not having a good CT side, and we've seen many top teams struggle with it, right? But when you have, so obviously it's in some ways it should be easier. Like intuitively you're thinking, well, it must be much easier because all you're doing is saying, you know, you go and hold this position, and then that player just holds that position until they get told to go somewhere else. But and that works fine. I mean, if you can win the initial fights on the CT side, then you're golden, right? The problem happens as soon as you lose a teammate somewhere, and you have to sort of make up your mind about where do you rotate and who covers that position now. How do I deal with it? When is a good time for me to rotate out of my position and go and help out my teammate somewhere else? All of these things take so much time to build up, and if it doesn't work, then you just get completely picked apart. It's a good grenade kill early on, and even more importantly, it's Phelps they take out.
Remove the beast, but Zoking does take some damage in the meantime. He's down to 16 HP. Taco and Palace making some noise, though. So he's trying to draw some attention over here to this part of the map, perhaps setting up his teammates to find somebody poking around on the B side of things.
Captain Mo, bit exposed for my taste, and that probably should have been a kill on Fur. Actually, he's going to go for the fight again. I'm not sure why Fur wanted to do that, but that's got him killed. Now the bombs drop quite far back towards T-spawn. Taco, can he get this fight against HC? Very nearly goes down, 22 health, but he's done his job for now. And that's a good kill on Soaking. Now it's looking even better. SK Gaming back in the round.
This is where exactly Underpass starts to get exposed. You're going to leave Cold in Connector. See if you can't catch the rotation, but now you're into a 3-on-3. You find 2 key frags, 40 seconds left on the clock here to move with, and Fallen is going to be rotating back towards A, it looks like.
He saw it. He saw the gun barrel. Somebody that's really alert playing coming out from him. He's going to go check, and he gets the headshot on Cold Zera. Almost looked the wrong way. That is just a pixel. With the X-ray outline, it's very easy for us to see, but that was some heads-up play coming from somebody. Now almost no time. The spray comes in from DD. Great style here. TyLoo taking a big risk. Putting someone in underpass in that situation is not an easy choice. That's hard to do, but they made that work very well.
Whoa.
DD's gone out of control, hasn't he?
DD's going to work, boys. This is it. And then you got Phelps actually kind of keeping up with him, it seems. Interesting. We don't actually get to use these graphics very often.
Well, also because most of them are meaningless. But
it's true.
Total damage dealt at least has some kind of impact.
I think they're going off of the. I think we're getting the Russian commentary feed as well.
Yes.
We have no influence over that, guys. Just saying.
Yeah, my Russian is very limited. So.
Спасибо.
Working on it. We're working on it.
Bye.
Those are the key ones. The rest we can't say.
ED. No, never mind.
What is the setup going to be here? Captain Mo with a Molotov, trying to predict what the timing was going to be like for SK on the other side. They do have all the grenades they could possibly want. A bit of an interesting position close on the bomb side there for HC. He could be in trouble. This is one of those positions that can easily get Molotov if they know he's there. Right now they haven't checked it. He's going to go for the fight, and he takes down Fur. Instantly replied by Phelps, and Captain Mo very nearly falling through the smoke then. And now they're ready to get in and plant that bomb.
This is a golden opportunity for SK. If they pick up this round, TyLoo are going to be in a world of hurt when it comes to money. DD not able to spot Cold Zera getting in on the right as well. 1-for-1 trade as they try and make a play on A site, and there's coldzera winning the duel versus Soaking. That's going to set it up to just basically leave DD all by his lonesome. Last man alive in a 1v2. Needs to make the jump. And what is it? It looks like he's just going to back off and try and save this op.
Yeah, I mean, even if he makes the jump, how is he going to get on there with the AWP? It does not seem likely, and you could see SK not in any kind of easy position to dig out of that bomb site, so it looked a bit funny missing the jump, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that he did, because I wouldn't have wanted to see him try and go for the retake here.
Yeah, hold the gun. Even manages to guess the right place to go to save it, so at least they'll have the op, so there's some potential here for hero plays going on in the next round, but it's pretty much all they'll have to work with here, TyLoo. Apart from the 2 players that survived the round before, maybe they can actually get something out of that. It's like desperate times, Anders. I mean, you really do have to kind of just spend everything.
Yeah, they just buy into this round. That's a bit much, almost.
Well, basically, it's like the 2 guys. I mean, Captain Mo's going to get that AWP. He actually dropped one of the rifles, but that means he has no armor. It's all or nothing now.
coldzera trying, nice headshot coming out of Phelps. Again, he's been very strong all over the map. Now they lose that mid control again. Soaking moving close to top of the smoke here. They're not going to be able to find any kind of an angle just yet. And you can see that Fallen is also creeping closer. That means a lot of trouble for DD in that corner.
It's that timing. They have incendiaries to use, but not on Fallen. So you won't be able to fish him out of that angle. Phelps on short, though, looking for a shot. He's got Cold watching his back as well. Well, it looks like they will eventually get onto the A site here, although DD does catch Fallen looking the wrong way. That's a big kill. Fur coming over with the bomb, and Taco and Palace. Taco going to have to create some space here for his teammate.
DD, look at the positional play here. Taco, no idea. You can tell that in his mind, he was still down on the bomb site. That's actually very smart, but now the return comes in. Fur and Phelps with a couple of good kills there. HC taking out Phelps finally. 50 seconds on the clock, and they're trying to get onto the site to put that bomb down. Fur going to get 1 kill and gets a second one as well. A triple overall. They had no chance. They were standing on that fire. If they had got the kill on Fur, he had the bomb. That would have been horrendous for SK. But a big round here. One that TyLoo had forced into on that saved AWP. Now they're in trouble. Now
they've got nothing. It's almost like forced every round from here on out because you can't really afford to give much more room to SK Gaming. This is where SK can start running away with it. And we'll get the replay here of Fur. Yeah, exactly. Incendiary goes down. Somebody caught in the corner. Just nowhere to go. All the info there for Fur to play off of. And so a hard eco coming in here from TyLoo. Cold holding top mid. No problems at all for him. And there was actually a bit of a trap set here from TyLoo. Quite a presence in mid. They even have a man in underpass. Really hoping to catch SK out, but that's just not going to happen. Instead, it's SK who now have the B site.
Cold, not afraid of anything. He's alone in the middle. I guess now finally Phelps has shown up from B-bomb side, but not afraid to lose the AK at all. Captain Mo all the way on the other side. I have a hard time not giggling because Duncan came up with a really great name for Moses at one of the tournaments. Do you remember?
Well,
Lil Momo?
Lil Momo.
I don't even know why that's funny. That is so funny.
I mean, every nickname has to have like a hint of truth to it, right?
It's just that I just imagine Moses' face whenever someone says that.
Well, yeah, he's obviously imagining like sticking a fork in your eye or something whenever you use it, but is he going to do that? No.
One of these days he probably will. I'll say this on stream now. If Moses ever kills any of the rest of us, he's had good reason. That should be. We could put the Sun clip here in the court case. You know, it's like he
just exonerate him.
Yeah. So or at least give him a couple of months off or something. You know, there was a good reason. 14-11, and we're moving into the 26th round. We've got 4 AKs, 1 AWP on SK there, and they are 2 rounds away from taking what I think, even though they look, I would say, comfortable now on the T side, they're looking really good. A very scary match for them, much closer than it should have been, and maybe a bit of a wake-up call to them that this is where they need to start doing something. A double push into Catwalk there, but Fur with a refrag. Otherwise, they almost got away scot-clean with that one. Soaking now also going down. Fur. Can he do more?
Can he do more, especially considering, oh, the big shot. What is that? Somebody comes leaping off a short. Catches Fur looking the wrong way.
Don't even know. That was a hero play with the UMP. 3 versus 4 and Captain Mo trying to push in. He sees the shots coming in there from Taco. There's no point in really returning fire. Won't really accomplish much. Cold Zera's gone down. The Molotov not going to do anything. Fallen's down and out now. Taco, the last one left, and he gets dropped by somebody who picks up a triple at the end there. 12 to 14. They are not done yet. We're not at the finish line.
No, and this is where you have to start asking yourself some questions if you are SK. SK, it really does feel like Mirage has worked against them, but also they're focused on mid, yes, but we really haven't seen any place to be, hardly any to speak of. They've been very A-focused. It's a lot of connector play, working their way up on the A site, and little variants. I mean, Taco's in Palace a lot.
I want to believe that Soken is just playing with, like, I don't know, 200 DPI and sense 0.5 or something. Just
he must be. How else is he going to hit anything when he's yanking his mouse around like that?
It's madness, isn't it? Now I want to. We're going to have to find him and ask him later because it's very interesting. The grenades coming in and a great camera angle to showcase everything you'd need for a good push. I think maybe one of those grenades missed and probably should have landed on top of the stairwell there. Otherwise, it leaves a pretty big gap. HC is going to be going down, and now SK. Good smokes or not, it works out brilliantly for them. Somebody, not much he can really do here. It definitely will be match and at point here for SK.
Somebody already trying to maybe make a mistake, but it's not. Oh, he gets the shot. I thought Fur had him. Fur had him dead to rights, but it's not meant to be. Cold Zera making steps. Will find the kill in the end. Somebody, unfortunately, not able to collect there. So, match point now for SK Gaming, and off of the back of a very quick A execute, although it feels like we kind of missed something. We missed the opening kill.
Yeah, and that was from Connector. So, yeah. You know, all those smokes probably suggest to anyone on the TyLoo side that it was going to be ramp and apartments coming out. So, actually, that was the beginning of it.
Bizarre. And it's looking like these, yeah, Astralis and CLG will be the next game coming up.
How's that a 1-to-4 odds? No idea. It's moving in close there with Fallen. Not tricked by the smoke at all. Still going to be able to take down somebody. 15-12 the current scoreline. 4 more kills, and SK will manage to pull through here. Bit of a scary game against the Chinese team, but I will say this, the second half, you can really tell that SK were feeling comfortable.
Well, man advantage now. So if you're comfortable, this is where you slow play it. And you get that killer unit again together, 3 players in mid. It's a matter of not getting caught by Captain Mo, who's been very patient. He's got the FAMAS. Waiting on the left side of window, but his window his opportunity has passed now because he's not going to be able to trade kills on short. Instead, it's going to be Phelps opening things up on the B site. DD is gone, Fallen in position to catch the rotation, misses the shot, and Mo misses the jump.
Great round to showcase just the power of not throwing smokes every once in a while, because they had no idea that was going to be a B hit until the very last second. Fur will be going down, and Taco fell as well. So still a 3-on-3, but good kill coming in there onto Soaking. Cold Zera definitely been playing a strong game so far.
Fallen deciding to go for the big play there. Challenges in B apartments, but he's going to take a little bit of damage. The thing is, his teammates getting the job done. Cold doesn't care. He gets all 3 kills at the end. And it will be that finish. SK Gaming, keep it together. But yeah, definitely, you know, not like super smiley. Not feeling like, oh yeah, we crushed it, boys. That was definitely a bit too close. And that makes you wonder, how does Mirage pan out for SK Gaming versus the top tier? If they get deeper into these groups, if you start getting into best of 3s, can they even turn to this map if this is the kind of difficulty that they run into here?
Yeah, if I was SK, I would not use this game as a template for sort of predicting anything else. I would just say, look, we played a sort of a weird team that we haven't really played too much, and let's just ignore it. You know, we were off to a slow start, and eventually we managed to sort of grind it out. But I would say, I mean, I'm happy to see that TyLoo were still looking good, and that, I mean, more than anything, their players weren't looking scared at all, right? I think one of the problems that we've had with some of the Asian teams that we've seen in the past is that they've been looking, I would say, that their style of play has been like way too respectful, right? They've been a bit scared to take some of the fights with some of the top players. Obviously, they've known that they're a bit the underdogs, so I'm happy to see that wasn't the case. They were looking really fired up.
they should just be going into this right. Like, they've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And when you got nothing to lose, when Fallen had a bit of a cold start, but he certainly woke up. I think that's more like it was a slow start for SK.
Yeah.
Like, Fallen started a little bit cold. Cold certainly did not. He was hot right out the gates. Yeah. But they just maintained. Cold kind of like led the way, and that allowed for Phelps, for Fallen to catch up, and then for them to close it out.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Well, we do have a full breakdown of the game, and finally we actually have some rounds to talk about, so please